This is The Upper Room with Joe Kelley, and as we've been talking about all week long, we have international recording star and a great person and wonderful artist. She is currently on tour with Cher, and she is performing, I believe, in Portland, Oregon tonight, and we thank her so much for taking time out of her busy schedule, and we're not going to wait any longer. Cyndi Lauper, how you doing, Cyndi?
Hey, how you doing? No, it's tomorrow night. But then again, who'll be there from Connecticut? Nobody.
Okay.
Run right out, get on a plane.
That's right. So this tour you started, I believe, in June, and going strong till December. How's your voice, and how are you keeping up pace wise, and what's the secret?
Oh, I don't know. I'm doing my yoga. I actually did it today. I think I injured myself a little. It's always when I'm tired, if you not in the right position and you do it, that's where you get injured. Or, I try not to stand on my head anymore, because the standing on the head, you fall over backwards. It's wrong. And I do my exercises. I try and do my vocal exercises, and that keeps me together. So it's all good. It's all.
And the song we just heard, It's Hard to Be Me.
It is. It's so hard. It's hard to be me. Okay.
I've been listening to the CD, and I don't know if you'll agree with me, but it sounds like a great New York City record. I don't know if you're thinking that, or...
I wasn't thinking anything.
Okay.
I was just making music.
Right. I could just imagine being down in the Village and hearing, a song like that, and of course that's your background. So how did you work with William Whitman and Rob Hyman on that one?
Well, actually we wrote it in Connecticut. Rob came, and I put a studio in my house, and we went on Pro Tools, and I have a tape machine, so I do Pro Tools and tape. The CD was made like that. And like Shine, we went to a studio downtown in Tribeca and recorded the string section. And then we went, where else did I use? And we were at Pi Studios in Glen Cove, Long Island, which is one of the few studios that actually, when you listen to it in the studio and you take it out, it's the same. And that's because the guy, depends on your speakers, but pretty much the same. The guy who owns it, Perry, is just neurotic with the sound. He's a musician.
Mm-hmm.
He's a musician, and he's an engineer, so he's going to be neurotic about everything, and that's why I love him. I think that place is great. I wish it was closer, but hey, whatever.
Right. It got done. Yeah.
And George, the guy who assisted Bill in engineering, he sang on Hard to Be Me, and he's in one of those shouting bands.
Mm-hmm. Like a hardcore band?
Hardcore.
Yeah, right.
And he was screaming in that with me, and it was kind of cool, And we got a young guy from a band that was very popular, a new young band that was playing Mini Moog. And I just thought, that sounds really great. We should, we all thought that would be great in the song. So we put that in the song, and it's kind of cool. We tried to listen to the street a little and put it in the record.
And we should let our listeners know that Shine is the title of the CD from Cyndi Lauper, and you can go to a variety of sites, all available right by going to your website.
Oh, yeah, you can get on Amazon.com or CyndiLauper.com, or you can go to Tower, Virgin, or Borders and get it there, too.
So do you have plenty of songs in the vault?
Oh, Warehouse Records has it, too, I think.
Okay.
And starting the fall, Target, my favorite store,
okay.
and Walmart and Kmart will have it.
So that's a great distribution there. Yeah.
It's ADA, babe.
Right.
It's good.
So as far as having some songs for future release and getting the full-length album, you're on tour. Are you working on a lot of stuff in sound check, or in between shows?
I haven't been able to do that because we're doing in-stores. We've been doing these acoustic in-stores, and it's pretty fantastic. But then afterwards I sign. So for me, it's kind of an extraordinary experience because I get to meet people and I see them face to face and I listen to the stories and I listen to them, as best I can and try and get everybody because usually, you can't write fast enough.
Right.
And I don't want to, if you go to a store and you wait online, you want to get something.
Sure.
So I try and do it as fast as I can and, and listen and, we get to the point where it's like, okay, have your camera ready, what you want to sign?
Yeah.
Don't mind my demeanor, I'm trying to get everybody and still get back to sound check. Okay. And, so it was just a lot. It was a lot.
Yeah, I can imagine because I was on the other end, waiting 6 hours for Prince outside the West 4th in the Village Tower Records. And
it's hard.
It's got to be tough for you, just,
And you want to get them done because you want everybody to have something, So what do? We did have your camera ready, and somebody takes your picture while I'm signing. We smile together. I finish signing. I give it to you. I shake your hand. I say, hey, have a nice life, and tell your story walking. No, not really. They always tell me that. I start talking, and the poor road manager is like there with the heart medicine. He's going, tell your story walking. You got 2 minutes, okay?
So whose idea was it to do the acoustic set with the band?
Well, the guy from Borders came to see me live, and then we were talking, and then he talked about doing an acoustic or doing this, playing, and I said, oh my gosh, we could do that. I said, that would be a lot of fun. Let's do it. If we're going to do it, let's do it. And it's everything I was never able to do. Everything. Like, I would have to do in-stores where I just signed, but I could never have the band. And then one time I had the band, it was a big brouhaha, and it was all big. And now I'm on tour anyway, so I could do it with the band. And not only that, but I'm doing, I go and I do these club dates. I try and do, like I was always told, what do you now, a dance diva? That's dance music, What is that? It'll never take off, Oh, they always hire the rocket scientists. Why?
Right.
Why do they hire the rocket scientists all the time for these companies? And so, now everything's got to be dance. No, it's like, but for me, I kept one foot in the clubs, and it was really great because I was able to experience all the things I've never been able to. I can sing to my shirtless boys and my boyish girls, and I can show up in a macaroni crown, riding a horse, and that would be just acceptable and fine,
Right.
And it's great. And this illicit shine mix was the stuff the part of what they were playing already, and the songs on the EP was fan-driven because it was supposed to come out on Adele. It didn't. Then I started writing some more, and I was performing live while I was looking for a new home because I didn't just want any old label. And I started to sing live, and the people started to sing the stuff that was going to be released on the Shine CD. And it got louder and louder as they went on. And then I played a festival, and they were like, festivals are big. There's like 20,000 people, and there were 20,000 people standing there singing Madonna Whore back at me. And I was like, at first, I was like, I was a little stunned, as was this other woman in the crowd, and she had like a preteen girl, and she was wondering whether it was a good song for her girl to hear. And I had thought strong about if it was or not before I sang it. But I thought it was a good thing for them to know every woman's a Madonna, every woman's a whore. You can try and reduce me, but I'm so much more. I thought that was a good thing for a kid to sing. And especially going into the way everything is advertised and the way they do everything. And then they wonder, what's wrong with these kids today? What do you think is wrong? What do you think you're doing in advertisements, you idiots?
Sure.
Who's the rocket scientist, okay? What's wrong with everyone? I don't know. Think about it. Duh. And so So I just, I was, I looked at her, and then she was looking around because it was so loud, and she knew she never heard it on the radio, and neither did I. And in a way, it was really inspiring to me because you could hear whatever you want from the suits and the gatekeepers, but when the voice of the people shout back at you that loud, it's inspiring and it's invigorating because all of a sudden you know that you are being heard and people want to hear it, and it is catchy to them, to the people. It may not be catchy to the gatekeepers, but what do they know anyway? And it'd be somebody different next year saying no, same thing. It's all the same, because it's the Enron guys, and they're only watching the stock market. They don't listen to music, So, anyway, so I thought it would be a great thing to do, to release this EP with the songs that they were singing the loudest on. And, it just so happened that my manager was walking down the block, the Cher thing came up, and, she was doing business meetings about that, and she met some old friend who now was doing something at ADDA Distribution, and they're through Warner Brothers, and they heard about the EP and the tour, and they were very excited, and one thing led to another, and now I'm on Oleo, on ADA, I'm being distributed like crazy, and the CD is doing wildly well.
And,
I mean, it's out just for a short time, and it's doing well, and I feel so grateful, and I'm so glad to be able to give something back that's affordable and that people could have. And I do try and take great care in what I do put out. I try, so that it has a quality to it, And I didn't want to just have a hit record. I wanted to have a hit record that meant something to people. And I can see that really does mean not just to me, but to other people too. So that's a great experience that I'm having. And of course I'm having this experience with Kat, and I played on the Deadly Sins tour with her. And, when we were doing the Sisters of Avalon CD, we had such high hopes, and of course they were dashed, and no one ever heard it, and it was never or it was in the stores, but you never heard it, and you never knew it was out, and so there wasn't much I could do. I was pregnant, and so now it's kind of a wonderful thing to see it come back and know that it was heard, and it was all heard. It's just not heard in the traditional sources, but that's okay. And my path is just different and quite extraordinary, because we tell our son this, you gotta be awake and alert and look around you and notice things, because if you're not looking, you might miss something really great. And I happened to wake up and open my eyes and hear the voice of the people at me. And that was inspiring, and it was nurturing to me. So it enabled me to stand up and say, yeah, okay, right on. Power to the people.
Right.
I'm with you. Okay, I'm here. I'm back. Okay, I'm awake. I'm coming. And so I've been privileged, and of course Cher is a huge supporter, and requested me for her final tour, and requested me for her duet in Divas, and flew me out herself.
Wow. So it seems like you've hit in just about every major city in North America and the U.S. a couple times around. How about as far as are there certain spots in the U.S. that are Cyndi Lauper cities and strongholds that you go there and every time they're showing you the love?
I don't know. I think I have favorite cities, but everybody's different, and I always listen to them, and then I work them, and I whip them. I whip them up into an uproar. I kick their butt.
Right.
I get them going, and I see, and I just try and find my joy and make a little ruckus, and the crowds get louder and louder, and so I'm having a good time. But everyone is different, and every place is different, and that's the beauty of it. Because even though it's not the whole town or city, you get a little flavor of who these people are and what they're like, and if they're rowdy or if they're not, or if they're vocal or if they're not vocal, or if they're sweet and shy, or, whatever they are. There's a personality of each audience. So...
Well, we're going to give our... Oh, sorry to cut you off. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I don't care. I will talk into the ground. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say we're gonna give our listeners a great taste of what is on the CD. Shine. We'll go with the title track. Shine, written by yourself and your bassist William Whitman. And
actually, you know who he is? Bill Whitman is the guy that was the associate producer on She's So Unusual and recorded and mixed all of it.
Oh, okay, wow.
And he even wrote the Lindrum part for Time After Time.
He still has the Lindrum, or has he thrown it out?
No, are you kidding?
Yeah.
He saved the Lindrum. He saved that Lindrum,
right.
God bless him. And then we did work together. We didn't work on True Colors, and we didn't work on A Night to Forget. Remember, but I'd like to forget. No, but it was okay. It was good, but it wasn't. It just goes to show you want to compromise, but I compromised so much that nobody got what they wanted. And it wasn't, I mean, it was a moment in time of confusion and disillusionment and trying to find my joy. But now, when I went and did Hat Full of Stars, I met everybody again, met up with them again. Started right with Rob and Eric. I saw Bill. We became friends again and realized that the business and our business partners had made such a rift between us that we lost touch, and that was a shame, because these were my guys. These were
right.
My people that I've made music with, and we did this grand thing together. So it was good that we got back together, and we did Hat Full of Stars, and then I brought Junior Vasquez in, and I had a blast with Junior. Oh, Junior made me laugh so hard. And so did Rob, and so did Eric, and so did Bill. And then I worked with Bill a little on Unhook the Star. Well, Unhook the Stars, Bill recorded and mixed, and I recorded some of that in my home. And then Sisters of that was on Sisters of Avalon, and then we hooked up with Mark Saunders, but we recorded a lot of that in my house, and then overdubbed on top of that in the studio. And some of that we did live, like Sisters of Avalon itself we did live in the house. And then I also did the Christmas album with Bill when I tried to get off Sony, and then finally I could get off if I did the Christmas record. So that was the one called Merry Christmas, Have a Nice Life. Yeah. But I really did always want to make a Christmas record, so.
I got to commend you on your website. Who are the people?
That's John Mark.
Okay, that's a great
John
website.
Mark.
Yeah.
John Mark is great, and
Yeah.
John Mark has been doing it for years. And then finally, I just said, just let John Mark do it, because he's doing such a great job. So we just did, and he's a good guy, and he works really hard, and it's all good.
All right.
I'm lucky. I'm a lucky bastard.
Yeah, allows you to focus on touring and hey.
Yeah, I mean, when I was home and I didn't have a kid and I was just pregnant, I wrote a lot. I did a lot of stuff. I wrote a journal. I wrote stories. Now it's harder. The only thing I want to get back to is I brought some stuff with me I'm supposed to finish lyrics on that I want to do. And I want to get back to that. I don't know when, but
Right.
sometime.
Right.
And I want to practice on my dulcimer, because I know so many people just love that dulcimer. No, I'm only kidding. Everybody always says, What is that you're playing? Why you gotta play that thing? What's the matter with you? Why can't you just sing? What's wrong? It's just the business people are always like looking at me like, what is that? What is she doing now? And why?
Hey, but you're having fun, and
yeah, girls just want to,
That's right. Hey, listen, I got a little question about what's the possibility of recouping all the money from the song "Girls Just Want to Have Fun" being played at every wedding reception and stuff like that. I'm a DJ myself on the side, and
you know what?
It's strong.
Oh, let it go.
Yeah, right.
Let it go.
No, I was kidding about picking up the money, but it's just such a powerful.
It was a great message, and it was great to be part of that. And obviously, it's different from Robert Hazard's because he's a guy, and what he wrote was different.
Mm-hmm.
And if they had me sing what he wrote, I would have been. I kept saying, "And what shall I do? Just get a lobotomy?" It's like so. So then I kind of, Rick Chertoff said, "Well, think of what it could mean." So I said, "Okay," and then I decided, "Okay, let's make a feminist anthem and involve all the races as opposed to just the white people, which is all they had on MTV was like white people in one video, black people in another video, and far and few between or in between, So I thought, gosh, let's mix it up, and I thought, if I have all the girls having fun, why then it would speak to all of us. And if I have my mom, it would mean and bring the generations closer. And we talked about that. And so when she did the video, it kind of did that, but it was also great for me because it allowed us to play together in a way that we never played together when we were little, when I was little.
Mm-hmm.
And her too, I guess, because she had us when she was young.
How about for, since you're such an important part of the video age back in the 80s, is it as important, do you think, as an artist these days coming up for videos, or?
Well, your videos don't really get played unless you're on Top 40 radio, and that costs money.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think visuals are important, and there's always ways to do visuals. So, I try and keep that in mind. And if you have time, it's always a good thing to do. So, but that's basically what I've been trying to do.
A friend of mine wanted me to thank you for all the MS work you've done in the past.
Oh, well, it was a good thing to do, and Captain Lou was involved with it, and he felt very passionate about it, and as I started to get involved, I understood why.
Mm-hmm.
It's really something, and actually one of the girls that was in the video got MS.
Right.
Girls Just Want to Have Fun, so it's kind of, that always missed me, that disease.
Well, you're currently on tour, and how about off the top of your head, what is this upcoming week looking like as far as tour-wise?
Oh, tomorrow will be a hard day. Tomorrow I go to a television station, then I do an in-store, we sing acoustically, and I sign, and then I go and do a gig that night.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's a hard day.
And the band, your band members, you always pride yourself on having great bands and including females in your band.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Girls gotta have fun.
That's right, yeah.
Right?
If you could talk briefly about who you have in the crew you're playing with now.
Absolutely. Bill Whitman, obviously. He's playing bass now. You probably know his work from Too Much Joy. Do you?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, I was always miffed when I wanted to work with him and he went off to be in a band. It's like, what are you doing? But, he loves it. And so he's playing with us. Sammy Marandino is playing with us. And there were two guys in the 80s and 90s that did the loops, and it was Sammy Marandino and Jimmy Braylower. Either went to one or the other. Jimmy became a redcoat and is now working in A&R.
Okay.
But
That's the term.
But Sammy's playing strong, and he's in my band, and he also was on this Shine CD. That's when I met him. We did the Shine CD together, and he played loops and drums. And I got Allison Cornell on violin. She plays some keyboards. She's fantastic. She is fantastic. She went to Juilliard. She is a wonderful player. She is a joy to work with. She's worked with everybody from Tracy Chapman to, what's that one's name that married Mutt Lange? What's wrong with me?
Shania Twain?
That's it, right. Shania Twain to, everybody. She worked with everybody. She works with indies. She works with indies, outies. No, right. So she's with us, and Steve Gabori, who was from the Blue Nile group, he's playing keyboards with us, and me and Kat. That's all of us.
So a great group of musicians and
wonderful group of musicians, and we have a great crew, and we got this really great sound man, Brad. Wait a minute. Chad? Oh, well.
Uh-oh.
I don't know Brad's last name, but he used to be a singer, too.
Okay.
And he did, like, the heavy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's just almost sounds like Metallica, but with some funk and tight and
wow,
really some deep-ass funny lyric, you know. But he stopped, and he's doing sound, so I don't know.
So, and especially for an arena, you're playing mostly arenas or bigger rooms, that all the more important, right, to have him there.
Yeah, he's great. And he does the in-stores with us. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having some wonderful experiences. I always remember the notes that the musicians play, and I always will. And I'll always remember the different roar or applause from the crowds. And I'll always hold these images very dear because it's very inspiring. And there's some wonderful rhythms and things that the bands play behind you. And I feel that I am able to live an extraordinary life to be able to be in front of them and hear it and sing to it and add to it, you know? So it's kind of great.
How about touring across the U.S.? Radio or CDs?
What do you mean?
When you're touring, you listen to radio or CDs?
Oh, I listen to CDs or satellite radio.
Okay.
They don't have, not in any one place.
Right.
I mean, I guess if you could find the music at the end of the dial, it's good,
That's where we're at, so. Yeah.
I know. Music from the end of the dial.
Right. When you're back in New York City, you'll have to come up here. Yeah. You went to Bridgeport, Connecticut, which is my hometown.
Housatonic, baby.
That's right.
I was a guest speaker.
Right.
Yes. My brother-in-law, Dr. Robert Thornton, we call him Rab.
Uh-huh.
That's his name, though, Rab Thornton.
Okay.
Or maybe it's Robert. I don't know. But he works over at Housatonic. I think he works under the president of the college in maybe admissions or acquiring grants for the school or something. But he's a doctor, okay? He's a PhD. And of course he asked if I would go and speak. Not that I know how to speak anything but the Queen's English, and you know how impressive that can be. Anyway, so should I explain?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay,
yeah,
because you missed that one. It went right over your head.
No.
No, I'm from Queens, New York.
Oh, there we go.
It's a borough.
You know what? I did miss it.
And the Queen's English in Queens is so different from across the pond, So, anyway.
When I listen at home, it'll definitely hit me and make me seem foolish. But no, you can go ahead.
No, that's it. And it's a wonderful school, Housatonic. I mean, I watch people get their diplomas, and there were mothers with kids cheering them on. There were grandmothers. There were people coming up on crutches, getting that diploma. And it didn't matter how long it took, they got that diploma. And I got to tell you, it was the most inspiring thing. It's a great college, and it has it has some really great programs. So I think it was a wonderful experience to be part of.
And since you just were there, they have a new 10,000 seat arena, which would be nice if they could book the shared Cyndi Lauper double tour there. But
they have a 10,000 seat arena where, in Bridgeport?
Yeah, right down the block from it's called Harbor Yard Arena, and
wow.
It's they have minor league hockey there. They have concerts and.
That's right. They have. Who plays the hockey there? What's the name of that?
The Islanders minor league team.
Yeah, it's called not the Griffiths. That's for.
No.
What's it called?
I don't know the nickname of the team, and I'm a hockey fan too.
No, it's not a nickname. It's their name. It's not a nickname because it's a farm.
Yeah, it's a farm team. It's the Islanders farm team. You got me on that one.
My son knows it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my son's he goes there. He likes hockey.
I think it begins with an S. But yeah. Anyways, it'd be nice.
All right, look at us. All right.
I'm a New York Ranger fan, so I don't know.
Yeah, he is too.
Yeah.
He likes all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in Portland. Who plays in Portland?
I don't think they have a major league team, but
they don't have a team, a hockey team here.
Probably like a minor league team,
like a farm team.
Yeah, farm team. Yeah.
Mm.
So Portland, the Rose Arena, right? I guess that's the venue.
That's right.
And you're going to be moving on. You just came back from Canada, in Vancouver, and
then I'm going to go to. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going. I'm going somewhere. I'm going somewhere fast, and then I'll be in L.A.
The best thing is to look at cindylauper.com, which has the entire from now until December. And when you come back, you're working real. It's got to be the envy of a lot of musicians to be out there playing that often. So yeah, that's great.
Good.
And I got to commend you. Keep the independent thing going.
Well, I do what I can.
Yeah.
Unless I find a home at a major with people who think like musicians.
Right. How about the significant Rella Music?
That's my record. That's my company.
Okay.
So it's Rella/Olio.
Okay. And I want to thank Cyndi Lauper for stopping by the Upper Room with Joe Kelley on tour.
All right.
Always appreciative when, you're calling in from the road.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, take care of yourself there, Joe.
We're almost neighbors, so, when you come back in 2003, you have to come up here to Connecticut again.
All right. I got to go because I think I've told you my life story.
Right.
Have I talked you into the ground?
Oh, hey, Cyndi.